Hey all, Brent here with a little commentary on a news item this week. Japanese Parliament announced that they are putting out a new law will go into effect in July of this year, making it illegal to download copyrighted materials. Period. Just if you're downloading something that's copyrighted, it's illegal. Now, I can already hear these screams and yells all over the internet, and folks, oh, this is horrible, and oh, how can they do that, and all that kind of stuff, and it's not fair. Well, before we go into that, let's think a little bit here. Is it illegal to buy contraband? Heroin, for example. Not that this is heroin, but if there's a transaction in which heroin is sold, is it illegal to sell it? Yes. Is it illegal to buy it? Yes. The question in that is punishment. Who gets punished, seller or buyer? Now, certainly the seller is the one doing more damage to society, so to speak. But if you want to stop people using heroin, arguably one way of doing that is to create a punishment for doing so. Now, I don't want to get into the whole drug thing and what's effective for stopping drugs and the drug war and so forth. I'm not arguing that. I'm saying in the case of just something that is illegal, buying that is usually illegal. Not just selling it. Possession, is illegal. Now, here's the thing about all this downloading content. We all know how easy it is to download scans and rips of stuff on the internet. You go search for any given show and the word raw after it, R-A-W, and chances are you'll find a torrent of that manga or anime, whatever, out there, or a download somewhere. It's rampant. It's easy to find. And it's been going on for years and years, and we all know about it, and the Japanese know about it. So the content's there. It's been happening. And before folks scream and yell too much, I do want to point out something. This is a law by Japanese Parliament aimed at Japanese citizens. It is for people inside Japan downloading copyrighted materials inside Japan. In other words, downloading a copy of Prince of Tennis, when you can go buy Prince of Tennis. It's not like it's hard to find the stuff. And for most of the stuff, the stuff is available, and that's kind of what they're targeting, is downloading Naruto scans or anime, whatever. Also note that the law is pretty weak, as stated. From what I can tell, it provides zero guidance whatsoever about what the punishment should be, what triggers the law, or how fair use applies. Japanese copyright law is different from American copyright law. They have a completely different history regarding creative works and how those are protected. And while they're under the Berne Convention, that still interacts with their own laws in complicated ways. So we can't just go out and say, this is what's going to happen. Japan's different. And because there's no guidance on punishment, I mean, if they find you've downloaded, 3,000 episodes of Bleach, it may be a slap on the wrist. It may be nothing. And generally these kinds of things are. I mean, it's a civil violation. Ultimately, though, and this is where I want to sort of get with this as to whether this is fair or not, a person who does this is downloading copyrighted materials that the owner didn't release in that way, isn't getting money from. It makes sense that that would be illegal. Now, here's the one wrinkle that I'm curious in. What if you already own the thing and you're downloading a digital copy because you want a digital copy? For example, you may have bought a lot of particular manga or whatever, but you want a digital copy so you can load it onto your iPhone. Same thing with an anime. You may have the discs, but you want to be able to watch it on the subway. You want to be able to load it onto your media player of choice. Again, because the law is so vague, who knows? Point being, I have a fair amount of sympathy for this law. It's unfortunate. I really hope it doesn't turn into something draconian, where they're slapping hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of fines on folks for just downloading these things. But at the same time, If you're downloading material that's copyrighted that wasn't provided that way, it's illegal. There are going to be consequences to that. So we'll see. So in other words, I think it's logical. I understand why they put the law into place. Again, it'll be interesting to see if that has any effect or not. And remember, there are plenty of laws in the books that never get enforced. So we'll see. Those are my thoughts. Feel free to reply in the comments thread, and I look forward to seeing what you all think. Take care.